Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. This is Rell. This is the Rell Show. Um, we are still pressing through with the voice, as you guys can hear. We're still a little raspy here. We are not 100%. We're improving, but we're not 100%. Um, we're gonna push through, and we're gonna get through it. I have some news that I need to give to you guys. Thank y'all for joining this morning. I will be sipping tea. Good morning, guys. Spilling tea and sipping tea. Okay. Thank you guys for coming in. Let's go ahead and do our disclaimer. Okay. Everything said in the video is alleged, and in my opinion, we have fair use. Okay. Yes. Thank you guys. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, everybody. Somebody said they're making their coffee. Okay. Hope you got your coffee, made it to work on time, doing what you got to do this morning. All right. We are pressing through. Pardon my voice. Pardon my voice. We are still slightly under the weather. We are improving. We're not 100%. So we're going to get through it. Y'all know I do this for you guys. I really enjoy entertaining you guys. I enjoy hopping on here, giving you guys a tea, talking to you guys. Sick or well, I enjoy it. Honestly, I would rather be in my bed, and I'm going to get back in my bed after my live, but I just feel like something is missing if I don't hop on. Tuesday, it just really got to me when I could not go live, y'all. Y'all don't understand. I enjoy doing what I do in terms of being a YouTuber. I enjoy connecting with you guys. So when I cannot do that, and it's something that's keeping, especially your voice, I don't think you realize something that you really miss and or need until you can't use it. You know what I mean? So yeah. So it really bothers me because every day I'm talking, every day I sing every single day, y'all. When I'm not on here, I'm singing. I can't sing. I can barely speak. So it bothers me. But we're gonna press through. We're getting better. We are getting better. We're gonna get there. One day at a time. I'm continuing to take my meds, sip my tea, get my rest. We're getting there, okay? All right. Let's keep it moving. In celebrity news, you guys know we're gonna do that first. All right, celebrity news. Terica Ellis, okay, for those of you who don't know who she was named in the case with Tim Norman, who is Miss Robbie Montgomery, who is the owner of Welcome to Sweetie Pies. Her son, Terica Ellis was named in the case. She was the female who lured out Andre from the studio to, this was before he was pow pow. So he went out to her car, was sitting in her car, and once he got out of the car to go back into the studio, he was pow pow. So she helped Tim Norman set Andre Montgomery up to be unalived. So she got 3 years, you guys, in prison, which I keep saying I feel like she should have got more time. Had you not called him outside, maybe he would not have been unalived in that moment. She was paid to, do what she did. I think they said $10,000 she was paid to do that. But she only received 3 years. She just got out yesterday, 5 months early to be exact, because they said it was for time served because she was already locked up during the time she was waiting for her trial. So she got out early, 5 months early, due to time served and good behavior. I mean, so what if you had good behavior? You committed a crime. I think you should stay in there. I don't like that good behavior bullshit. You commit a crime, do your time. I don't care about that. Anybody can be good. I mean, you couldn't do it when you were free. So now that you locked up, and because you want something and because you want to be free again, now it's the good behavior bullshit. I don't like that. You were responsible for someone's life being taken away. I do not feel like you should be getting out on good behavior. And I feel like she should have gotten more than 3 years, but she was released yesterday from jail. Like I said, 5 months early of her time for time served as well as good behavior. Okay. Also on March 20th, I think that, what was that, Monday, Tuesday? Miss Robbie actually closed another one of her Sweetie Pies locations, you guys, the one located in Jackson, Mississippi. That was one of the locations that Tim actually opened, and Miss Robbie decided to go ahead and close it. So they showed them actually boxing everything up and closing that location down. I don't think that she's going to be able to be traveling and going to all these places that, you know, for all the locations that she had, because she's older now. Miss Robbie's older now. I'm going to play this for you guys that I ran across. Give me 1 second. Let's get past the ad. I'm sorry. Where they're talking about Miss Robbie shutting down another Sweetie Pie's location. They had a bunch of them open in LA and everywhere. But she's slowly closing them down.
Workers packed up the contents of Sweetie Pie's soul food business today. The Jackson location of the restaurant chain made famous on the show, Welcome to Sweetie Pie's, has been on East South Street for 4 years. Owner Robbie Montgomery said the closure is due to unforeseen circumstances. Montgomery says she will focus her business efforts on the original establishment in St. Louis.
So there you go. She closed that location down because she's unable to be traveling to all of these locations to try to make sure that they are running properly. Okay. She's saying she closed it down to unforeseen circumstances. I think she was counting on maybe Tim not maybe getting as much time or maybe being found guilty. She was counting on him to be able to help her run these restaurants because he opened up all these damn restaurants against her asking him not to. So she's having to go and shut down all these restaurants. As you guys know, her other big restaurant that she opened up, they had to shut it down because they were building a big hospital there. So they needed that spot. So of course they shut that one down as well in St. Louis. So I think the pressures and the stresses of Tim not being found not guilty it's kind of getting to her. Plus Miss Robbie's 83 years old. That's a lot for her to have to deal with all of the restaurants and then the stress every time she goes out. I'm sure people are talking to her about this Tim situation. Oh, we're sorry about your son. You know, what happened to Tim, blah, blah, blah. Everybody wants to talk about it every time she comes out. So I know that has to be a lot for her. Okay. But the Mississippi location, they were saying, was open for 4 years. All right. They had to shut it down. So I think she, like they said, they're going to focus on the original location in St. Louis, which I think is the older Sweetie Pies. I think the first location that she actually opened. Okay, so congrats to her, but prayers to her, honey, that she can get through whatever she needs to get through. I know it's hard. It's not her fault that Tim did what he did, but at the end of the day, she's his mother. She's gonna always love him. You love your kids regardless of whatever it is that they do. It's very sad that he was involved in taking somebody's life, but at the end of the day, when you do things that you're not supposed to do, then you have to suffer the consequences. And unfortunately, his consequence is serving life in prison. So there you go. All right. Moving on. Melody Sheree, honey, she claps back because people were commenting and saying that no man wants a woman with 4 kids. Somebody commented online saying that don't no man, no real man want no woman with 4 kids. Really? This person says that y'all can stop letting people tell y'all that it's not men out there who would accept you and your children. It says my good sis don't says that she don't have, hold on. They can't write. I'm so sorry. That says that she pretty much takes care of her kids and that she's a great mom, period. This person was speaking up for Melody. But they had a person that was saying that don't no man want a woman with 4 kids, saying that Melody's not going to be able to bounce back after having all these kids, trying to be back in the dating scene. Well, she's dating. She has a man. She's doing well. Melody claps back in terms of saying, don't let them tell you that, sis. It says mental manipulation at its best. She says #Cloud9. Okay. That's her. Shout out to Keeping Up with the Holts. That's what she had to say in response to that. Okay. She's a boss. And she pretty much does everything that she needs to do for herself. She's not looking for no man to take care of her. She, like I said, she has her own man. There's plenty of men out there who don't mind dating a woman with kids. She's happy. She got rid of the fool that she was with. Okay. And she said, we're going to talk about him later because I want to try to hurry up and get through it so I can save my voice because I really want to go in on his ass today because I found out something that just kind of made me shake my head like this. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna talk about him today. I'm gonna try to drag him. I'm a little raspy, but we're gonna dig in his ass today for some stuff that I saw that I thought was very uncouth of him. Okay. But yeah, she got rid of Martell, honey, and that was the best thing that ever happened to her. But there's somebody out there, honey, that will love you regardless if you got kids or not. So don't let nobody tell you that you can't find love out here because you got kids. So I'm glad she snapped back on that. Give me a second. Yeah. Oh, my voice is so dry. Oh, we're gonna press on though. All right. So the Cabo 6, honey. The Cabo 6, honey, they are breaking down because there's been a new development in the Shanquila Robinson case. All right. The Cabo 6, they're freaking out, honey, after a huge win for Shanquila. So what's going on now is you guys know that Ben Crump is representing Shanquila Robinson and her family. Okay. Somebody said, where's your tea? Right here. Ben Crump is he's actually expediting things on the case as it relates to the Shanquila Robinson case. Okay. Now the U.S. government is now taking the case serious. Nancy Grace, you guys know who she is, Caucasian lady with the blonde hair. She is speaking out, and she is in support of Ben Crump on the actual Shanquila Robinson case. Okay. In terms of bringing the Cabo 6 to justice as well, not just Dejanay Jackson. They're going after all of them, okay? It is believed that the Cabo 6 set Shanquila up. Upon further investigation, they're saying that they believe Shanquila was set up. And they are even going to be charged with tampering with evidence. The Cabo 6 will be charged with tampering with evidence, and in which they will be charged for that, as well as giving false statements as it relates to Shanquila's death and how she passed away. They lied to the police and they lied to the necessary people in terms of getting Shanquila the necessary help that she needed. They told the officials that Shanquila had alcohol poisoning when really they knew that she was badly beaten. Okay, so they will be charged for tampering with evidence and giving false statements so far. And it could be other things. That's just opening the door for them to open up a case against them. So at one point they were going for Dejanay Jackson, the girl who actually put hands on her. So now the Cabo 6, they are coming for them as well. And I'm happy that their asses will be extradited, as well as Dejanay Jackson. Okay. So, and also leaving the scene of a crime. They're going to be charged for that as well, because they hopped a flight, came back to the U.S. They refused to answer calls. Okay. Whenever they were called from the hotel, as well as law enforcement, they did not answer any calls, and they were called numerous times. So they hopped the flight, came back to the U.S. So now that makes you an accessory to leaving the scene of a crime. When you knew what had happened to this girl, you knew she was unalive, y'all left her there, and you came back and act like everything was fine. So yeah. So tampering with evidence, leaving the scene of a crime, and giving false statements is what the Cabo 6 so far will be charged with. Also, Dejanay, y'all know she is going to be charged with femicide, which is what they call it in Mexico. We call it murder here in the United States. Over there, they call it femicide. Okay. She is also going to be charged with tampering with evidence and also leaving the scene of a crime. So, boom, that's good for them. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, I'm happy to hear that. So the concierge, of course, he was making more statements. I do have them here. Let me read. And a few people had some things to say as it related to this situation as well. I'm happy that they are going after them, guys, because oh my God. So this is what the concierge had to say. He's still speaking out, thank God. So it says that when I saw the video on social media, I realized that practically retracted, he can't speak, had manipulated me with the information she provided of what happened to leave the country as soon as possible. That's what the concierge had to say. I'm sorry. Okay. This person is says, I'm with Nancy Grace on this 100%. Says it is setting a bad precedent with no arrest. It says if we have a beef with someone, we can just fly to another country and take care of it and nothing will basically happen to us. Okay. It says bad example they're setting. It says Mexico and the U.S. need to find some justice, for this poor woman and her family. Another person says, Nancy Grace, thank you for your unyielding efforts to bring justice for Shanquila Robinson. Okay. This person says a woman was beaten to death on camera, and she returned from a vacation, and they returned from a vacation with her neck and back and spine broken. They said it is very simple. We saw an attack. Okay, people are speaking out. They want the Cabo 6 arrested. You guys. This person says that Shanquila was unalived, but she stood for peace. It says when told to fight back, she calmly said no. It says people can be trapped in toxic friendships, the same as trapped in trauma bonding to a toxic partner. Okay. It says I feel so awful for her being stuck in that situation. It says that she deserved the love back that she stood for. Okay. This other person says it wasn't a fight, that it was a beat down. It says my condolences to her family. This is a parent's worst nightmare. It says your child go on a trip to the point of no return. It says rest in heaven, Shanquila Robinson. I pray for your justice for her and her family. Okay. Was that it? Yeah. So yes, guys, the Cabo 6 will be arrested. So they're going to go after Dejanay first. She's going to be extradited. Thank you so much for the super chats, you guys. Thank you also for the membership. Okay. So they will be held accountable for their crime, their part of the crime in Shanquila Robinson's death. Okay. So that's the update on that. So I'm happy to hear that, because it is a crime to give false statements to the police. It is a crime to leave the scene of an accident. Okay. It just is. It just is. It's a crime. If you do it here in the U.S., you're going to go to jail. So why would you not be, you can't tell the police one thing happened and something else. You can't hide evidence. You can't do that. Had they done the necessary things they needed to do, she probably would be alive if they would have gotten her the necessary help. But because you lied and said something that was going on with her, when really you knew that she was being beaten. I mean, it's crazy, y'all. Let's move on. I ran across a video I've been following, for those of you who watch Queens of R&B with Escape and SWV. Tamika Scott had been talking about the $30K that her sister Latasha Scott, who is the lead singer of Escape, she's been talking about this $30K that was stolen as it relates to her husband, Latasha Scott's husband, taking the money and signing the back of the checks, which were royalty checks that were supposed to be sent to Tamika Scott, and cashing them. Okay. And I'm going to play you guys the video where she actually breaks down how it happened. Okay. Because I'm like, how the hell did it happen? But she's going to break it down, and I'm going to play it for you guys now. Okay. Shout out to Scotty by Nature, because he actually posted it. Okay.
You did a great job. We're kind of breaking it down on speak on it.
So right before I play, so Candy is going to be speaking. Tiny is there as well, and Tamika Scott from Escape will be explaining how they received the checks and how they were actually cashed and how they were stolen. Okay. So
Tiny, was it your mom who found out about Sound Exchange?
Yes.
Okay, so years ago, Tiny's mom found out about Sound Exchange, which is kind of like a union that gives artists...
Similar to a union, I don't know, it might be a union, but for artists. So basically, whereas a lot of songwriter unions collect royalties for us as songwriters, you know how always people hear like airplay royalties, only the songwriters get paid.
Right.
So when Sound Exchange started in the early 2000s, they basically collected a performance royalty for artists from, songs playing on the radio. And
performance, like if you sing your song,
the performance royalty,
you pay for that.
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of us, it's a lot of people who still don't know about Sound Exchange, and they have collected royalties. So by the time we found out about it, they had already collected some money. So it was a nice piece of change that each person was supposed to receive, I guess. I didn't know about it either. Like Tiny's mom signed me up.
Tiny's mom signed all of us up. That's what I was going to ask you. So she signed all of you up. So Candy and Tiny, you guys got your checks. Tamika, you were not receiving a check.
It was like a couple of years later, and she called. She's like, "Baby,
Tiny just got a nice little check, baby. Do you get your check, baby? I said, what check? She said, baby, the check I signed you up a few years ago. I said, I haven't seen the check. Yeah. So I didn't know. So she's like, I'm gonna get on the phone. Let me find out where your money. So once she did her investigation, they was like my address had been changed. She put my address in. At the time I was living in New York. So she put my New York, it was changed to my mom and my sister's address. My sister was living with my mom at the time. Okay. And so you still really don't know how the address got changed. No. So I mean, I know, but I didn't do it. Miss Diane didn't do it. Yeah, yeah. And so allegedly, according to you, Tamika, the checks were going. I'm pulling a Candy. Allegedly. No, allegedly, you got me here.
She got on the phone with the guy who basically at the time was running, I guess, that department, and he basically gave her the address where her checks have been going, and he also told her these checks are being cashed. So she was like, being cashed, and then she wanted to see the checks, and they sent the copies of the checks. On the back of the check was a fake handwriting that said my name and my sister's husband's name. It was cash in his account. Wow.
So I like endorsed.
Yeah. Back then, I don't know if they can still do it now. Yeah. But 9 years ago, you could do that.
So yeah, a lot of people, I mean, I guess that helps to explain. I know a lot of people's like, how could somebody get your check? Or how could you not know you had a check on? I didn't know I had one either. Just came out of the blue, same call she got. I got two from Diane, like, oh, did you get your check? And I was like, oh, yeah, I didn't know it was coming either. So it can happen, like for people who questioned how. Yeah, it can happen. Because I'm named. And then you say that it was like a fake email. Yeah, see, when we do business,
this is deep.
When we do business, it's times where we have to send over like but scan like our passports or so we have on emails all of our information, our social security. All of us are privy to that. And one of the items that was used was my passport. So when they sent me the picture of the passport, I looked at my passport. I had not signed my passport, but the same passport was signed, which was a piece of paper that somebody forged my name that was sent to them to be me. And then and they went as far as putting Tamika Scott something at Gmail and was they were communicating with them through a fake Tamika Scott Gmail account.
There are so many layers to this.
There's a lot of layers.
I mean,
and it's all true. There's no lie. There ain't no lying in it.
So your sister Latasha, I know she's saying obviously that it's not true. She didn't have your check. Is she offering you any kind of explanation about what might have happened since she's saying she didn't get it?
No. When it happened, the year it happened, she was quiet. She was saying that. She was looking crazy. And my mom was mad at me.
Yeah. And I do want to go back to that because I think things exploded obviously during the scene. And of course, your mom said to cut the cameras. When the cameras went off, what happened?
I left. I was like, I'm not staying here for this.
Yeah. Also, I think there was a really powerful a really powerful moment in episode 2 when you were talking with Taj and she was asking you about, why do you think so many years you followed your sister so blindly? And you said it was because that's when you felt you got your mother's love. Mm-hmm. That brought tears to my eyes because I really felt in that moment, I felt just so bad. How do you go about healing from that? Because, although the show, of course, was taped a couple months ago, this is something you say you've been dealing with since you were young and it's still now. So what does that healing process look like for you?
I want to say that I'm in that process right now. Mm-hmm. I'm in the beginning stage.
Yeah. It's going to take work and it's going to take time, especially when it's two people really so near and dear to your heart. Mm-hmm. So, you go through your process and you'll get through it. And you have two amazing sisters who are here for you.
She has a beautiful family.
Yeah. Yeah. I know that can't be easy.
Yeah. That can't be easy. $30,000 was stolen from her. Okay. Of her royalty checks. That was her money. She said during the time that this money was stolen from her, her daughter was in college. She needed that money to help put her daughter through college. And they stole her money. I think that mama knew something because the checks were coming to the mama's house. Okay. The checks was coming to the mama's house. And I think they all had a part in it. I'll say allegedly. Okay. I don't think they gave the mama all the money she should have got because every time her ass pop up on the show, she wearing that Rick James wig, that dry wig. I don't think they gave her all the money she should have got from that cut because she be looking raggedy. I'm just saying. Your makeup be looking a hot damn mess, and your wig be looking a mess, ma'am. So, but on a serious note, that's messed up for you to take somebody's money and for you to be signing somebody's checks and forging and making up fake emails in an effort to have somebody's money sent to you when you know that you're not do that. Like, that's just, it's, and that's why she cannot prosper. That is why Latasha Scott, every time she tries to go solo and do something solo related away from Escape, it don't work. That is why her life is the way it is. You walking around here looking like damn LaToya Jackson with your damn blonde wig and your blonde skin. You looking a hot damn mess, ma'am. You looking a hot mess. Now you trying to do a gospel album that ain't nobody gonna be supporting because you ruin your reputation. First of all, on this show, everybody see who you are and what's going on with you. And now the fact that it came out that you stole this money from your sister and you're trying to act like you don't know what nobody's talking about. Okay, yeah. You try to act like you don't know what anybody is talking about. And then that damn mama on the show talking about she is the fifth member of the group because she actually taught them how to sing and she put a mic in their hand. No, you need to put a comb in your hand. I'm so sick of her ass. You need to put a comb in. You put a mic in her hand, but you need to put a comb in your hand, ma'am. I'm sick of your ass hopping on there with that dry ass Rick James curly wig on. Wreaking havoc and causing mischief between your children. Playing one child between the next one. You're supposed to be a mother. A mother does not play their kids against one another and cause friction within the family. Okay? Judging by how she's living, it looks like that the two of them have been taking very good care of her. She lives in a very upscale neighborhood. She's driving a Mercedes. So, yeah, whenever Tamika mentioned on the show, Mama, I might have to push back from you. She was like, push back? What do you mean? She's worried about that money being cut off. That's what it is. And I would cut her completely, y'all. Yes, you are my mother, but I need to teach you a lesson. Okay, you should be good. Y'all split my 30K, you good. Until you apologize to me and treat me like I deserve to be treated. You can't be in my life. Period. You won't get another dime. I'm not paying another bill. I'm not coming over here to eat at your house. I don't want to come to any family functions. Oh, period. You don't get to treat me how you want to treat me and continue to get my money. And as far as that sister and that husband, I will be filing charges. I don't care if that's fraud. Anytime you falsify a document, that's federal. You cashed those checks. You signed this girl's name. You changed her address. All that. Mail fraud. I can call it out. I can call it out. That's mail fraud, bank fraud, falsifying documents. Do I need to keep going? You will be sitting in jail for so many years for just that alone. For just that alone, when all you had to do was ask this girl, can you borrow whatever you needed to borrow from her versus just taking it? Don't steal nothing from me. If you need some money, ask me. I'm your sister. Obviously, she would have given it to you. But then when you just go and be on the fraud and be signing stuff that's supposed to be for me and don't give me none of my money and then act like you don't know about the money and then turn around and threatened her whenever she talked about it on the show because he didn't want to be embarrassed. And that's what he has a reputation of doing. Latasha Scott's husband. I'll say allegedly, but we saw it on R&B Divas. He threatened Nikki Gilbert's husband, Nikki Gilbert from Brownstone. Okay. He threatened her husband with a pow. Okay. Because he confronted him. So then he turned around and threatened Tamika Scott, which is Latasha's sister, because she put him on blast for stealing this money to try to make her shut up. So that's what he likes to do. He's a bully. And that's how he does Latasha. That's why she walking around here looking crazy. Because he's able to manipulate and threaten her probably. She looks like she's threatened. She looks like she's threatened. Whenever he popped up in her, what was she doing? Confessional. She couldn't even speak because he's sitting there whispering in her ear in the middle of a confessional on the show. And they're sitting there asking, what are you saying to her? It was creepy as hell. Let me see if I got the picture. Here it is. It was creepy as hell. The producers was asking, what are you saying to her? She's in the middle of doing a confessional, talking, and he walks in the middle of confessional while they're filming to whisper in her ear to tell her how to respond and what to say. He is very controlling and manipulative as it relates to her, and she does whatever he tells her to do, just like it's giving Ike and Tina. I said it before. It's giving Ike and Tina. It's creepy as hell. That's what it was giving me. That's what it was giving me. Okay? That's what it was giving me. When Ike walked up to Tina on the movie and acted like he was kissing her, but he was actually low-key threatening her. That's what it was giving me. I'll be pressing charges. I'm sorry, sister or no sister. You still haven't apologized to her. You still causing drama. You still taking money away because as the fourth member of the group, you cutting everybody's money because you don't want to tour and do what you're supposed to do. They need to vote her out of the group. You don't want to be in the group. You don't want to tour. You want to do your solo thing that's going nowhere because every time you try to go solo, the shit don't go nowhere. Don't nobody want to hear 476 damn runs in a song any fucking way. Part of my language this morning, y'all, because that just pisses me off. We do not want to hear your 476 runs in no song. Now you're trying to do gospel. Sit down. God is not trying to hear you, and nobody else is trying to hear you. I'm sorry. It's just no, and damn no. Nobody's trying to hear you. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear your 476 runs. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear who does that much damn running in a song. Crawl your ass somewhere and sit. Stop all this running and crawl your ass somewhere and sit down. That's what I got to say about you, girl. And I can't even sing because my damn voice is tore up. But don't nobody want to hear that. Don't nobody want to hear that bullshit. Go sit down somewhere. You sound a hot damn mess. You sound a mess. And she feels that her problem is she feels like the other girls in the group need her. That's what it is. She feels like they need her. That's why she does that. But they are on tour now and they're doing good. I don't think she realized it, but your sister, Tamika Scott, actually sings better than you anyway. Okay? From your oatmeal pie, moon pie face ass. Yes, I said it. Latasha Scott and her moon pie face ass. Your sister, Tamika Scott, sings better than you. She's been doing the leads anyway while they're on tour. And she sounds damn better than your ass. So yeah, don't come back to the group. Take your bleached moon pie face ass somewhere and sit down. I said it. Yeah. In my hoarse voice. Your bleached moon pie having ass. Your face. Goodbye, girl. Goodbye. And find out why your self-esteem is where it is. You're jealous-hearted. You're a mean girl. You're a shit starter. And then play victim. I cannot stand people that do that. I cannot stand people that do that. You have some issues within yourself because you're out here doing things that you know, and you're jealous hearted. You're looking at the other girls and you think, oh, because somebody tell somebody to kiss your ass and they tell you, well, grow one. Now you're body shaming me. You have some issues. You have some issues. That's some shit I would probably say to you. If you tell me to kiss your ass, my comeback will probably be, well, grow an ass. Go grow one. So now you feel like I'm body shaming you because I tell you to grow one? You bleaching your face, but if your ass is flat, your priorities is in the wrong place. Put the bleach down and suck some of that fat out your face and put it in your ass. Period. Is that me? Maybe, but I don't care. Shit. There's no fair words when there's an argument. I've never been nice in a read. I'm sorry. Y'all know, y'all follow me. Y'all know that. There's no nice read. There's just no way to be nice when you're reading somebody. Period. Period. Put the bleach down. Get a face reduction. If they do that, do they do a face reduction? That might be something we can invent. Get a face reduction. Take some of that fat out of your face and put it in your ass. Boom. Problem solved. Okay? The lowest self-esteem of them all. The lowest of them all. She's very jealous-hearted. And I blame her mama. Thank you so much, Evelyn, for the super chat. Yeah, I didn't feel like reading her ass down, but I had to go there because it's the audacity. I already told y'all I hate a liar and a thief. And then when you play victim and act like you don't know what nobody's talking about, when she mentioned the money, she's sitting over there like this. Like, who are you talking to, me? What money? What money? Was it green? You talking about green? Was the money green? Yes, bitch, it was green. You know what color it was. You put it in your account. People kill me with that. I'm sorry. What money you're talking about? This is her. The whole time Tamika was talking about the money, this was her. What money? Was the money green? Was it like a rectangular shape? Bitch, you know. I would have flew her damn wig across that living room, I promise. And I don't even like to be on the violence, but I would have had to snatch her damn wig off and throw it across the damn room like a frisbee. You on that bullshit. I would have had to do that. I'm sorry. I would have had to be on my petty, like for real. I would have snapped on her ass on camera. They really would have been saying, okay, cut the cameras. Because camera would have been snapping off on your ass about my money. Period. Move on, child. She not getting no more of my energy. No, ma'am. Because I got to save my voice. Because I still got to drag Martell's ass. Yeah. I still got to go there with him. I do. Let me get a swig. Hold on, child. Who, Jesus? She didn't handle that right. I be looking at situations like, yeah, no, y'all not handling that right. Because had that been me, you don't get by with that. You don't get by with it. I'm sorry. Then to play victim like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, bitch. Stay right there. Stay in that same, keep that same energy, okay? Period. All right, move on. Tamar Braxton, honey. Yes, sorry, not sorry. Absolutely. Tamar Braxton gets called out. As y'all know, we've been talking about her. We talked about her ass yesterday, her victim. She's another victim. That's another person who do stuff and play victim. I can't with her either. Okay, with her lopsided nostrils. I'm sick of her ass too. But fans have been dragging her online, honey, because she running around telling everybody she's engaged. They've been calling her ring fake, and they said her diamond is very cloudy. Okay. So fans are saying, look at that old small. They're saying, look at Tamar Braxton's engagement ring. It's small, and the diamond looks very cloudy, like it's fake. Okay. As you guys know, this is the guy who proposed to her. Okay. She got her little Caucasian persuasion, honey. And the ring, honey, I got a picture of the ring. I got a picture of the ring. And I'm sure it close up because I was like, girl, you supposed to be Tamar Braxton, Miss Bougie. Yeah. So they're saying that her fiance, honey, he's supposed to be a successful attorney. Okay. He's supposed to have a little coin on him. His name is Jeremy Robinson. They call him JR. Okay. I don't know why I wanted to call him something TR, TJ or something yesterday, but his name is, they call him JR. His name is Jeremy Robinson. Okay. So Tamar, honey, and Jed Clampett, aka JR, I call it as Jed Clampett. He done gave her an engagement ring, and people are saying that the ring looks fake and that it's very small. Here you go. What y'all think? That's the ring he gave her. A successful attorney. Okay. Tamar's bragging about, oh, he got his own money. He this. And then she shows her ring, and everybody going in on her ass about her ring. Everybody saying that the diamond look cloudy, look fake. It's kind of giving bread wrapper. Y'all know that little thing to be on the bread wrapper with a fake little cubic zirconia on there. That's what it's giving me. I mean, my husband ain't no millionaire, but I mean, yeah, my shit real. Just saying. I ain't no celebrity or nothing like that, but you know, yeah. My thing is, you know, you're gonna put a ring on it. You show me how much you love me, and I don't want to sound like I'm being, you know, all about the coin like that, but you know, I've been washing your clothes and cooking for you and throwing my back out for you. I mean, I'm gonna need you to, the ring needs to be an equivalent to what I'm giving. I'm just saying. Does that sound petty? I mean, I like things. Give me things. If you're gonna put a ring on it, you tell me you love me, you want to spend the rest of my life, your life with me. Show me I'm worth it. Show me I'm worth it. I'm just saying. When I look down, I don't gotta look at my ring like this to see, bitch. Okay. You take my Braxton, remember? I don't want to have to put the damn I don't want to put a diamond on my damn eyeball just to be able to see it. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to be like this just to see my damn ring. I mean, if you're gonna put a ring on it, put a ring on it. Okay. I don't want a bread. What is a little bread thing? The little thing off the bread thing. I don't want that. We don't do cubic zirconias. Like, no. I've been washing your clothes, cooking for you. You know, all that. Yeah. Getting a Charlie horse. Y'all know everything to go with it. You in a relationship, y'all know what go with it. Shit, how many Charlie horses I done got over the years? I've been with my man for a hot damn minute. So I know I done threw my damn back out for you times, okay? Yeah, I know I done had to take for you. Muscle relaxers around this biatch. Like, my ceiling fan done been on high for you times, okay? Yeah. So I'm gonna need my ring to reflect that. Don't come in here with no little bullshit. Talk about will you marry me? In what world? In what world to come? Bitch, no. I'm gonna need my ring to reflect that. Okay, mine did real good. He did good. He did good. He did good. When I say yeah, I want to mean it. I don't want to be like yeah. I want to mean it when I say yeah. Because you might get a maybe if you come in there on that type of bullshit. You might get a maybe. When you come back from the mall, okay, or from Jared's with the right ring, then yeah. That's what I'm going to tell your ass. You come in here with this right here bullshit right here. When you get back from Jared's, then the answer will be yes. Okay? I cannot give you a strong yes. I'm going to have to give you a slow no. I'm going to have to give you a slow yes and a fast no. And you come in here on that bullshit right here. That's what you're going to get from me. You're going to get a slow yes and a fast no. When your ass get back from the mall or wherever you're going to get my ring from, and it looks, you know, it looks the part, okay, then there you go. Bitch, I done been cutting up onions and bell peppers and making, you know, homemade gravy and all that bullshit, ironing your clothes, washing the skids out your underwear. Bitch, you better come in here correct. You got to come correct. That's all I'm saying. Like, I love you and all, but you got to come correct. Women, stop just taking stuff just because. Like, you are worth more than that. And I'm not just saying that it's all about money, but when you've invested time and energy and back-breaking moments in certain situations, then your ring should reflect that. Like, why you walk around here with a little ass ring when you got to look at it like this? If I'm out and about, I want anybody to be trying to hit. If you're trying to hit on me, you should be able to see my ring from across the parking lot. Be like, oh, that bitch is taken. I'm not even gonna waste my time hollering at her. I can see the ring from here. She's taken. She's taken. She good. She good. Yeah. Period. Let's move on, child. I don't even want to talk about him because yeah, you know it's me. Let's get on with Martell, honey. Get what you deserve. That's all I'm saying. Get what you deserve. No, it's not always about money. And I don't want nobody to feel like, oh, Caramel is all about money. She bougie. I mean, I got a little bougie in me. I do. I'm a little bougie. Ain't nothing wrong with being bougie. I feel like I should get what I deserve. Like, period. 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 Everybody might think differently. It is what it is. I like nice things. My husband know that. If he buys for me, he know. You know what I like. Don't come in here. I don't wear Avon. Nothing Avon. Don't come in here with Avon. Bring me Coach. Bring me I like stuff like that's what I like. I like Gucci bags. I do. I do. That's what I like. He knows not to bring me no cheap shit. He know that. Men, give you women what they deserve. Women too. If you buy for your man, it's the same thing. It's vice versa. Don't be on that. Don't be on that. If you got somebody that's good at treat you right, yeah, it should reflect that. It should reflect that. I don't do hole in the wall nothing as it relates to my life because I work hard. I work hard. And everybody can't afford it. Everybody, if you can't afford it, I'm not saying go into debt trying to do that. And I don't want nobody to mistake me saying, oh, I'm going to put my rent off to go out here and buy. No. Don't be on that. Whatever your bank account say you can do, that's what you do. But in terms of when you're showing your love and your appreciation for someone, do it the right way. Do it the right way. If you're going to ask somebody's hand in marriage, think about the fact that this person has stuck with you and been down for you and riding for you and giving you what you need. And do I need to say it? Do I need to say it? Like, do I need to say it? Okay. Y'all know I don't feel too good, but I gotta be raw. We gotta be the kids in school. I mean, yeah, it should reflect that. It should reflect that. Because you might not get no more of that if the ring don't look the part. I'm just saying. Might take this old crusty ring, but bitch, I'm not rolling my back after that. Just know that. And I'm gonna look at your ass like this every time you come in the room. It's the audacity look. It's the audacity for you to be on that bullshit. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Yes, I might have an attitude for a couple days. Don't touch me. I'm gonna be on that bullshit. Don't touch me. Yeah, don't touch me. Then I'm gonna look at that old crusty ring and be like, it's bullshit. Y'all know how it be. They walk in the room and be like, this nigga. This nigga. You be on an attitude like that. Everything he says super just annoy you. Because they ain't buy you the right ring. Everything that they say annoy the shit out of you. You be like, babe, you want to go to Red Lobster? Fuck them lobsters. You be on that attitude. Fuck a lobster. Fucking lobster. You gonna be on that type of attitude. fucking lobster. I can tell you what you could do with them damn lobsters, okay? I'll throw that fucking lobster like a frisbee. I just be. But anyway, let's move on. All right. Maybe I'm just too bougie. I don't know. I just like nice shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right. Y'all laughing, but I'm dead ass, y'all. I promise. I am dead ass. I like nice shit. I work too hard. I'm talking about from where I eat. If I go out of town, my hotel I gotta be right. I don't be on that bullshit. You don't take me nowhere in the hood, and I ain't got nothing against the hood, baby, but no. I don't do hood. I love my people. Black people, we don't know how to act. Ain't nobody got time to be on the pow pow. I want to go somewhere where I can, yeah. Anywho, y'all hear me. I see y'all in there saying exactly. Y'all agree. Y'all co-signing me. All right. Martell, honey. Let's talk about him. Because I ran across something, honey. There is a petition going around to cancel Martell Holt, honey. Yeah. Did y'all know that? Yeah, she said we don't know how to act. We don't know how to act. We don't. And if I'm out in my best, and I'm gonna move on, but I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna dress this, and I'm gonna move on. If I'm out and I'm dressed in my best, I'm not trying to be scraping up my nice shoes because somebody don't know how to act. I'm just saying. I ain't trying to be out here on this right here. If I'm out and about and I'm trying to be cute in my night and I curl my damn hair. When I go out, I'm usually in a pony. If I'm just going up the street, if I'm stepping out, I'm gonna curl the hair, I'm gonna beat the face, I'm gonna look nice. So I'm not trying to be out here on this bullshit. So don't take me to the hood where I gotta be put in that situation to be on my knuck if you buck. I'm just saying. Who wanna be on that? I'm trying to sweat out my nice clothes because a bitch don't know how to act in the hood. I ain't got time for that. The first thing I was like, this bitch thinks she's everything. Bitch, I am. I'm everything. You realize that. That's why you mad. You mad at me because you feel like I'm everything. But I'm gonna go and leave you in your feelings.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Ebony the Best.
All right, so shout out to Ebony the Best because this is where I found it. It was sent to me by one of my faithful followers, and I said, "Oh, I want to talk about that because I'm totally with that. With him being canceled, honey, he needs to be canceled." So it is said that there is a petition going around, and I want to sign it, bitch. So I gotta find it. Martell, honey, they're talking about canceling him. So.
I don't want the kids around your mother all the time.
Martell, honey, he got a problem with the kids being around Melody's brother, as y'all know, okay? Okay, hold on. All right, so let's talk about it first. There is a petition going around to cancel Martell Holt, okay? Because it said that he's going after Melody because her brother Marcus watches the kids. The kids are still around Marcus. He don't want the kids around Marcus, okay? There is a petition. Do I have a copy of the petition? I think I do. I think I do. Okay, so they're saying that we are canceling Martell Holt for homophobia and abuse. It says that we are asking for the cancellation of Martell Holt, including boycotting his products and Sutter Home Wine, okay, which is his incest wine. Y'all know that. If that doesn't work, we will boycott Love and Marriage Huntsville until Carlos King limits his exposure on the show. This abuse must stop, okay? They're saying they're gonna pretty much stop watching Love and Marriage Huntsville and boycott the show, as well as canceling and not supporting his products as well. They want to stop. They want to put a stop to Martell because he is doing the absolute most. All right. Upon me hearing this and why he's actually suing Melody. They said that he is mad because he cannot control Melody. Of course, y'all know he's using the courts to try to enforce whatever he wants in terms of controlling Melody and using his controlling behavior. I do not like when people use the courts in order to get what they want. In terms of what Martell is doing, he don't want full custody of these kids. We know that. He don't want full custody because that's gonna stop your whole stroll. Yeah, I said it. That's going to stop your whole stroll. You cannot host stroll when you got your kids full time. I mean, unless you're going to let them stay with one of the 5 babysitters that, that you have on period. Okay. As y'all know, he questions the kids. He intimidates them when they don't want to answer questions regarding who watches them. Y'all know he does that. Okay. And he also asks the kids what Mel does when they're with them, with her rather. Okay. Now he says that he doesn't want the kids with Mel's brother at all, and he can't give a reason as to why. Y'all remember at the reunion, Carlos King asked Martell, is it because he's gay? Is it because you don't like the fact that Marcus, is gay or whatever? And Martell was like, no, like that's so far-fetched. That's what it is. Okay. And I feel like maybe it's something within himself that he may be fighting with and or dealing with, because according to his baby mama, okay, Ariane, okay, she pretty much said whenever he pissed her off, and she said it on her social media, that he liked men. So where would that come from? Why would she throw that out there? And why would she say that? Because y'all know most men who are straight like that, they don't play as it relates to their sexuality. They don't play games like that. I didn't even hear him even come at her, say anything to her, even respond to her whenever she said that. Most men who are, who are straight men, they get very offended when you question their sexuality in terms of saying that they are that way. He never addressed it. He never said anything about it. Like, they will be on this here if you come out and say that they are that way, and he never did that. So when she put it out there, I was like, because he do like to wear tight stuff. He do be walking around in a lot of pink, He do be what he do. He gives, hey girl, he gives that. He do. I'm just saying. He gives that. And how he be looking. And don't get me wrong, I don't have nothing against anybody gay. I have my very best friend is gay. I don't have a problem with that. You live your life however you choose to live it. I'm not God. It's not my choice or my right to judge anyone. But at the end of the day, I got a lot of friends that's gay. I do. I ain't got a problem with nobody gay. I don't nobody going back saying, okay, oh my God. No, that's some bullshit. What I'm saying is, a person who is a straight male, if someone questions your sexuality, that's going to bring out something in you to where you're going to respond, and it's not going to be a great response. You're going to go off on that person because it's the audacity of you to question my sexuality when you know that I'm not that way. But the simple fact that he did not do that says to me that there might be something there, because you do give female tendencies the way that you act, sir. You just do. You just do. I'm going to play this. He had an argument with Melody. And this is what he had to say. Of course, you could tell he's been questioning the kids in terms of what he said. And I'm going to play this for you guys, okay? Shout out again to Ebony the Best, because she is the one who actually brought this to light, okay? Let me make sure it's turned up so y'all can hear it.
Custody of the children. Watch this,
I
guys.
don't want the kids around your brother all the time. That's all.
And you think you're better with the choices and things that they're around saying you make and do and treat their mother?
God damn it, the kids didn't see me
Yes,
do
they
all of
did.
that.
They've seen you on FaceTime.
I heard you on the phone talking to your dude. I didn't want the kids around your brother all the time. That's all.
And you think you're better with the choices and things that they're around saying you make and do and treat their mother?
I didn't want the kids around your brother all the time. That's all.
And you think you're better with the choices and things that they're around saying you make and do and treat their mother?
God damn I didn't want the kids around your brother all the time. That's all.
And you think you're better with the choices and things that they're around saying you make and do and treat their mother?
God damn it, the kids didn't see me
Yes,
do
they
all of
did.
that.
They've seen you on FaceTime.
Well, they heard you on the phone talking to your dude.
No, they never have.
Liar! Liar!
I'm not a
The girl
liar.
told me that.
The girls did not tell you that. The girls didn't tell
Don't
you that.
lie to
You
me.
never said that to me until now, and I don't believe that.
So Martell, tell us the
What y'all think about that? That's some bullshit. He questions the kids. If the kids told him anything, it's because he questions them. And the kids are scared whenever they don't tell him what he wants to know, because he threatens them. Y'all know that. He already said it on one of his lives. He's going to get the BELT. BELT. That's what he uses. Okay. So he is Martell, like I said, he don't want the children to be around Marcus. He was saying he don't want men to watch his kids. I already showed you guys pictures where he was allowing his security to watch them. His uncle has watched the kids before. Okay, the same uncle who was arrested for ATM theft. I don't think that's a great representation of a person that should be around your children. Okay, you introduce your kids to your dad who spent years in prison Okay. And I'm willing to bet if he spent years in prison, it was something that was very, very heinous or very, very bad that he did, to where society did not want him on the streets. But you introduced and had your children around your father, who you didn't even know. You didn't grow up with your dad, but you did make sure to have your children around this person who is a known criminal. He spent his most of Martell's childhood in prison. So you're trying to, somebody saying, yeah, I see what somebody's saying in the chat. Whatever it was for, it was bad enough for you to be in there for most of your childhood. So that means that it was bad enough for society did not want you on the streets, but you had these children around your family, who everybody we met so far are fucking criminals, is looking like. Okay. Yeah. You got them around your mama, who likes to drink. So, but you got so much to say about who Melody have the children around. I just don't understand it. So now we're finding out that Martell is suing Melody for money, you guys. He's suing Melody for defamation. He's suing Melody for pain and suffering, emotional distress from not being around his kids, okay? My thing is this, you chose not to be around your children. You walked out and left them to run to go be with Ariane and everybody else. So now you're suing Melody for defamation of character. You're suing her for pain and suffering. You're also suing her for emotional distress. Sir, and it's kind of laughable a little bit. And I don't even feel like laughing because I don't even really feel good like that. But defamation, the person who lies more than anybody, you are suing this woman for defamation of character. First of all, you don't have no fucking character. Let's start there. Martell, you don't have a character. And if you do, well, you are a character. Let's start there. The only character we've seen is clown as it relates to you, because you are very clown-like in the way that you act, in the way that you move. Every time you start a business, you can't do anything in terms of success in your life. So now you mad. You told Melody you want to hurry up and get this whole divorce thing over. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Let's hurry up and go ahead and dissolve the businesses. Now you mad because the businesses are dissolved and she restarted her own businesses and they're thriving and yours are not. So now you want to come after her and you're suing her for money. He's coming after her for money. He's coming after this woman for money when you don't even pay child support for your children. Through the divorce, Melody put into the paperwork that you guys will get 50-50. In the real world, when you get a divorce and you have children, the man has to pay child support if the children are with their mother full time. So why is it that you are now coming after her when she gave you a chance to pretty much not have your ass sitting in jail by not putting you on child support and allowing you to have 50-50 custody of the children, 1 week on, 1 week off? That still wasn't enough for you because you wanted money. That's what it's about. It's about money. So now you're suing her for defamation of character, saying that she's running around lying on you. She don't even really speak to you and fool with you like that as it relates to life because you don't know how to act. She already said it. She exchanges the kids with you and she move on with her life. She don't sit up and have conversations with you. That is why she changed her number and got a dummy phone so that you can't call her and that you can only speak to the kids. That wasn't enough. You go out and get the kids' phones so that you can track them and track their mother. You are still trying to be in her life after 3 years of being divorced. It's going on 3 years and you are still mad. You still haven't moved on with your life. You still coming after her, which shows that you, sir, are psychotic. Most people in divorces move on. You have not done that. You have not done that. And you're using the courts as a means to play with the courts to come after this woman. She is working jobs to take care of your children, and you want to take money out of their mouths because you can't make a coin. You will not go out and get a job. You won't study for your builder's license. You ain't doing nothing, but you're telling everybody that you're focusing on your kids 100% of the time when you're not. You haven't had them for the last 3 weeks. You ain't had your kids for the last 3 weeks. They've been with their mother. Regardless to you lying and telling everybody that you've had your kids, that you're going to pick them up for your 7 days. No, you didn't. Because you don't know how to act, Martell. You got anger issues, which has spilled over from Melody now onto Ariane, because that's who you controlling now. That's who you're lashing out at now. And I say allegedly, pain and suffering. You orchestrated your own pain and suffering. You didn't have to suffer. You were married to a boss and you chose to be with the peasant, as you call her. You created your own pain by cheating. She gave you 5 years to stop. 5 years. That's what the song says. She gave you 5 years to cut her off. And you still kept taking your tight ass over there. Well, I don't know if it's tight. If she's saying that you like men, I don't know. I can't vouch for that. If Ariana's saying you like men, I can't say the ass is tight. Am I being petty? Yeah. But pain and suffering, you are suing her for pain and suffering when you created and orchestrated your own pain and you chose to suffer. You really don't have to suffer. Go get a job. A man that don't work will not eat. You're choosing not to eat. You're choosing to suffer. You're choosing to live a false, fake life, running around telling everybody you in relationships that you're not in. You fake. You phony. Everything about you is fake. Everything about you is fake. You about appearances. And because Melody can start businesses and as it relates to Sugar Mama and it sell out, you can't even say congratulations. And that's only because you're not getting a piece of the money and you seeing that and you thought that Melody was going to go under after the divorce. That's what you were counting on, but you weren't counting on the fact that she made you. Melody made you, Martell. You were nothing. You were nobody. You had nothing when you met her. She paid $1,500 for your ass to go back to school. You were a college dropout who lived in every single projects in Huntsville. And there's nothing wrong with living in the projects. But the point I'm making here is you were an ain't shit ninja when she met your ass. Okay? Walking around here with a fucked up hairline. You were broke, busted, and disgusted. Talking about you had to run around here and cut people grass because you didn't have decent clothes and shoes to wear because your mama was trying to work 2 jobs. She wasn't there for you. You had an effed up life. So you meet somebody who come into your life and try to give you a better life and help you get rid of a charge where your ass was about to spend 10 years in prison for stealing fucking ATMs, for trying to take something that didn't belong to you then. And now your ass is still trying to take something that don't belong to you. You are an opportunist biatch. And I'm going to say it right here with my hoarse voice. You are an opportunist. You are a straight biatch. Only a biatch will do that. I can't even call you a man. Pain and suffering? How much pain and suffering did she go through all those years? The embarrassment of being cheated on, and then you turn around and have a baby on this woman, and you suing her for pain and suffering? Go back and look at all the clips from Love and Marriage Huntsville. I keep saying that's proof right there of the suffering and the pain she went through. When you running up on this woman trying to put hands on her. Who are you? You don't help support your children. But you want to take from them because you don't have the means and the know-how to go out here and do it. Nobody told you to mess up your life. You didn't want to be married anymore. You want to have your cake and your ice cream and eat it too. And Melody said no more. Except the fact that she don't want you no more. That's all it is. He cannot accept the fact that Melody does not want him anymore. So now you're trying to punish her for not wanting you and putting up with your bullshit. How warped is that? How warped is that? It's dumb as hell. Emotional distress. He's suing her for emotional distress, you guys. Emotional distress is having a grown-ass man running up on her, which we've seen on national television on Love and Marriage Huntsville, not 1, but 2 times, okay? Where another grown man had to pull you up off her so that you did not hurt this woman on national television because you were so enraged and you forgot the cameras were there, okay? To where this woman was crying. We've seen her on national television crying because of the pain that you inflicted on her. That is called emotional distress. The same thing that you are trying to sue her for that you inflicted upon her. Okay? Then you're suing her for not being able to be around your children. You walked away from your children. How many nights and days did you leave Melody with all of those children? Do you not think that she was working? Do you not think that she need a break? But no, you came home, changed your clothes, and went right back out to go cheat. So you left your children. You could not be around your children for 56 days because you put your hands on your son and drew blood from him. Because you are violent, because you have anger issues, and you tried to downplay it. That is why you could not be around your children. So now you want to punish her because she did what she needed to do as a mother as it relates to her children to make them be in a safe environment because you are not safe. It's not safe being around you. That's why she left you, because it was unsafe. Mentally, emotionally, physically, it was unsafe for her to be around you. It was unsafe for her children to be in your presence, who are now in therapy because you have warped their minds. You question them, you threaten them when they don't tell you what you want them to tell you. And then you try to coerce them with ice cream and everything. Tell me what mama's doing. Who is mama talking to? Who watched y'all? When did sugar mama have a bath? That's too much for a child. These children cannot be children because you are miserable. Misery loves company. So you want the children to be miserable because you're miserable. So now you're going after Melody for money. You're not working. You want the courts to make it look like you are incapable of working and that you are a full-time dad so that you can sue their mother for defamation, pain and suffering, emotional distress, and then for not being around your children. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You're not around them for the 3 weeks that you ain't had them because you showed your ass over there at Ariana's house when you tried to sit on national on your live over there and lie about it. And you got caught up. And I think an emergency, something emergency wise was filed so that your ass could not get them kids because they didn't need to be over there in that situation. This right here. This is why your ass don't have the kids. Right here. Martell. With your lying ass. Mr. I've never seen the inside of a jail cell. You a felon. Regardless to the fact that it was pardoned or not. You try to hide behind the fact that it was pardoned and then nobody could pull up your little record. Thanks to people in high places that can pull that information and expose your ass. Because you are a fraud and you are a dangerous individual who needs to be locked up. That's what you need to be. You need to be locked up. I don't think any amount of therapy at this point can help him because he's not going to take it serious. Martell does not want to work because he wants to have the mental capability to be home all day and come up with ways to keep coming for Melody, to keep harassing her, to keep stalking her. His 100% of his focus is on trying to ruin Melody. That's why he don't want to work. He don't want anything to take his attention and his time away from hurting and coming for Melody. And it's sad. It's sad. Your 100% of your time is on your focus on coming for this woman who don't even bother you. She go to work. She fly out. She go do her concert. She go on tour. She takes her children on vacation. She does what she needs to do. It was emotional distress for you to steal $17,000 that you ain't paid back. So you suing her for money, but you took her money. Make that make sense. Have you paid that back that you were ordered to pay back by the judge? You didn't pay it back. So that makes you in contempt. That makes you in contempt. Okay? So my thing is this. Martell hung out with Marcus, okay, with the kids prior to Melody divorcing him and had no problem with Marcus, okay, being around the kids at all. They went to cookouts in Marcus. They was swimming the pool at Marcus' house. But now that he's all of a sudden has a problem with Marcus because Melody divorced him. Now nobody can be around your kids. Now you don't want Marcus around your kids, who is an educator, who is a college graduate. Okay? He teaches kids. And the kids already said Marcus teaches them morals and values and all these other things. But then you want to fall back on the fact that, oh, Melody didn't know who he was until she was a teenager. Okay, how old is she? Melody's almost 40 years old. Like, hello? That's her brother. That's her blood brother. So if he was good enough for you to go to his house and eat his food and swim in his pool then, while you were still married to Melody, what changed to the fact that now that you're not married to her no more, the kids can't go over there? All of a sudden, you have a problem with him, but you didn't have a problem when y'all were married. It's all about control. And you sat at the reunion and lied and told Carlos that it wasn't because Marcus was G-A-Y. We already said it. You have a problem with that man being the way that he is and the choice that he chose to make in his life. Okay? You homophobic, Martell. That's what it's called. You are homophobic. And I feel like maybe because, and I say allegedly, you have some issues within yourself that you have not fixed within your life. Okay? You wear tight-fitting clothes, okay? All right? All the time, Martell. You want people to see your shape like you're a bad bitch out here and you're not. Yeah, you do. You do. Everything that you own is tight. I don't really know any straight men that want to be walking around here in tight clothes. Okay? I don't. You wear all your jeans like a woman. I like my jeans to fit. Because I want my shape to show. I work out. I try to look good. So when I wear a pair of jeans, I want them to fit and reflect that to show my shape. Martell wears all of his clothes tight like a woman. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, he does. He does. My man like his jeans to be loose, baby. He don't want no skinny jeans. Because you gotta let the jewel and the elephant trunk breathe, baby. You got to let the elephant trunk and the jewels breathe. So how they going to breathe in them tight ass pants that you be wearing everywhere, Martell, and them tight ass blouses? You want people to be out here looking at your little nipples and all that. Like, no, sir. No, sir. I saw a few close-up pictures. Don't even look like you got no elephant trunk down there. To me. Not that I'm really looking at you like that. But if you working with all that down there, I mean, the pants that you be wearing, sir, ain't going to be able to fit in there. I'm just saying. Unless you don't put some duct tape on, that bitch and then taped it back. I don't know what you're doing. I don't really care, to be honest. But my whole thing is this. I don't know no straight men that like no tight ass clothes like that. I just don't. I don't know no men that like tight ass clothes like that. But anyway. Yes, baby, duct tape. Gorilla glue or something. You taping the bitch that way. You take the bitch that way. Yeah. Yeah, if you working with it like that, if you slanging like that, if you hanging like that, yeah, I'm going to stay right there a little bit. I'm going to stay right there just a little bit. If you slanging like that, them tight ass pants ain't going to be able to hold all that. You ain't gonna be able to zip them bitches up with all that going on down there. I'm just saying. I mean, what's really going on? It's giving vagina, if you will. Walk around here like you got a vagina. That's all I'm saying. You walking around here like you got a whole vagina. I mean, you already act like you got a vagina. You got female tendencies. You act like a whole female. You act like you got a vagina. Moving on, child. Martell says that he doesn't want the kids around any men or any men watching the kids, like I said. All right. We've already seen several men and heard of several men that have watched your children. Okay. If your uncle can watch the kids, then Marcus can watch the kids. Okay. Period. I'm just saying. Who is this person at the table with your kids? Who was the person at the table with your kids when y'all went out to eat for your birthday situationship, Martell? Do I still have the picture? Let's see. I try not to erase too many pictures. When Martell went out to this little birthday dinner that he said he didn't want to go to. Okay. Let's do a close-up. I think I made my point. It's giving vagina. But anyway, I think it was Martell's brother. You don't want any men around your children, but you sure did have your brother there. Okay, sitting at the table with you and your kids for this birthday dinner that you said you didn't want, that you said your kids put together. I probably deleted that bullshit, which I probably need to. But anywho, does Melody approve of Ariane being around your kids? Because I know she's been around them. Does Melody approve? And that's my thing. You want her to have to run everybody by you in terms of who watches your kids. Does Melody know who is around her kids? because she already said on her life she don't really be checking like that. She be whenever she drop the kids off with him, she don't be checking and questioning the kids like that as to what go on and who's watching them, what's going on. She just trusts the fact that they're okay when they're with their father. When it's him, not so much. He want a rundown of everything that's going on because he still want to be with her, regardless of the way he act. And it's so crazy. It's crazy. Martell has multiple babysitters, and I talked about it in my live the other day. It was like 5 babysitters at the parade that he went to where he was grand marshal. And I pointed it out and showed pictures. 5. But then you want to tell her, oh, you got 20 some babysitters, which I know 20 is his favorite damn number. I don't think he can count past 20, be honest. Okay. But like I said, you've had your uncle to watch the kids. The same uncle who was arrested for stealing ATMs with you, Martell. All right. Plus, you are arrested and convicted for the same crime and pardoned on the same felony. You shouldn't really be around the children either, unsupervised. And I'm hoping once this whole case is resolved, that now that you don't went and play with the courts like that, that it's going to be supervised visitation, because that's what needs to happen. Somebody needs to be there to see what it is that you're doing when you're around these children, as it relates to you questioning them, as it relates to how little Tank got hurt to where blood was drawn from him, and you tried to downplay it when you should have called his mother to explain what happened versus making him do it. They're in your care. You should have explained to Melody. You should have picked up the phone after the situation happened and explained to her what happened to that child. But because you didn't and you tried to downplay it and you tried to cover it up, that's why you couldn't see him for 56 days. So now you want to sue her because you weren't around your kids. You weren't around them when you was out here slanging. You weren't around your kids when you was out cheating. You didn't care to be around them then. So why are you suing her now? Because you couldn't be around them. You weren't around them when you was at Ariana's, over there funking up her house with them funky ass shoes. You weren't over there then. You weren't worrying about them then. You didn't care about them kids then. You weren't thinking about them full time then. It's the audacity. Melody is free in the video. He was saying you were on FaceTime with your man, with your dude. So fuck what? You mad because she went on FaceTime with you. You mad because you can't call her. She is free to be with whoever she wants to be with whenever she want to be with them. You are mad because she don't want your criminal, pathetic ass no more. She don't want your criminal, pathetic, lying, using multiple baby mama broke ass no more. She don't want you. I'll say it again. She don't want your criminal, pathetic, lying, using multiple baby mama having broke ass no more. Martell. She don't want you. And that's why you mad. So what the next best thing is, oh, I'm going to take her to court. I'm taking her to court. I have emotional distress. Nigga, you not distressed. And I don't like calling people. I don't like using the N word. But as it relates to him, I got to go there. I got to go there. Distressed? Really? Distressed. Now you distressed. Okay. Okay, Martell. So you take Melody to court for money instead of getting a job, okay? Like a real man. Because you're not a real man, okay? You're not a real man. You won't even study for a test to get licensed so that you can create a legacy and have something to fall back on. But you will keep creating failed businesses to make yourself look important. You will hop online to tell people to support and or buy your wine when you know when they go to your website, you can't even put the bitch in the cart to purchase it. Because you stay on the fraud. And you stay on appearances. You want people to look at you, but ain't nothing to look at. That's why you stay in the gym, to keep your body up so you can have these stupid ass pick-me's out here making you feel important. Martell wants to feel important because he didn't feel important growing up as a child. He grew up poor. He grew up having nothing. So him attaching himself to Melody, who had everything, now he feels entitled to be able to take everything from her because he has nothing. You right back to where you started, Martell, and that scares the hell out of him that he is slowly transitioning back to being this poor individual when you created that scenario out here cheating. You had a woman who was willing to forgive you and take you back if you stopped your evil ways, but you thought that you could outsmart her, and I keep saying it. How you going to outsmart the same person who did your fucking homework? How do you outsmart the same person who did your homework? Make sense. Then you try to downgrade her to say, oh, you were nothing but a school teacher, but you taught special ed when your ass should have been in there. You can't even pass an open book test. But you're going to tell her, oh, you was just a school teacher. Okay. She taught your ass because she did your homework to help you graduate college. If it wasn't for her doing that and paying $1,500 to get you back in there because your dumb ass dropped out, you would not be where you are now. That same smile that you be giving these pick-me's, she fixed your crooked ass teeth so that you can look like something out here. And you use them same teeth that she done paid for to make your ass look like something out here. To be running around with every single pick-me that you can find because you think you the shit out here now. She picked you up out the gutter and cleaned you up. And the thanks you give her is to drag her into court and sue her for defamation of character when all you've done is lie on her and lie to everybody else about her. Pain and suffering, when that's all you have caused her, is pain and suffering. Emotional distress, that is all she has received from you since she's known you, is pain and distress. Getting you in and out of bullshit, because that's all you've done, Martell, is get in and out of trouble since she's been with you. She's been dragging you since she knew you. You have brought nothing into the relationship. You have been a tag along. A marriage is a person in a marriage is supposed to be a helpmeet. You didn't help her. You were just there. She did all the work. So at the end of the day, you are suing her. Let's go back to it. Defamation of character, pain and suffering, emotional distress, and for not being able to be around your children, the same children that you chose not to be around when your ass was out of town with Ariane, when you was out at hotels with Ariane, when you were in DC with the other pick-me that you paid $4,000 to. Okay, do we need to keep going? Were you thinking about your kids? Did you want to be with them then when your ass was all the way in DC with another pick-me? After she told you she had multiple diseases that your ass didn't care about while you running around talking about you want to have a baby with her? You on live talking about you want to have more children when you don't help take care of the ones that you have? And then you treat your baby girl like shit because she didn't give you what you thought she was going to give you. Sugar Mama was supposed to be the glue that held him and Melody together. So now you mistreat her. So now you ignore her over your little bastard child. And I'm going to say it, and I don't care who get mad. My voice is scratchy as hell, but I'm going to finish this. You treat your baby girl like shit. Because your bastard child means more to you, and you use that child as a means to make Melody upset and to make your other children jealous. These same kids that you say that you love. Yeah, that's what you do, sir. You don't care about them kids. If you cared about them, you wouldn't have broke up your marriage. You wouldn't have broke up your marriage. You don't care about them because you're trying to take food out of their mouth. You're trying to take money from their legacy that their mother is building because you're not doing it, because you're lazy. You're trying to take their legacy away because you're lazy and you don't want to work. Okay? How about pay Melody back the $1,500 that she paid for you to go back to school after you dropped out? Yeah. Pay that back. Okay, pay her back all the money that she lost from you stealing it and giving it to your side chicks. Because you were taking money out of the account and giving money to Ariane. You bought Ariane a broke down BMW that got repossessed. That's money that was lost that could have went towards your children's college fund. But you used that money to try to make yourself look and feel important out here for these biatches that ain't got nothing going for themselves. So you chose a peasant and an ain't shit biatch over your family. And now you want to sue somebody because you and your feelings. Stay in them. Stay in them. Stay in them. Yeah. Pay Melody back the $17K that you were ordered to pay back to her. Because that's all you've done in this relationship was take. You took money from her. You took her peace of mind from her. You did. But now all of a sudden you feel entitled. This woman chose to give the scissors 3 years ago, and you still trying to hang on. You still trying to find a way to get in. So now you are letting that toxicity that's spilling over that's in your life try to spill back over into her life because you don't have control. A person who is narcissistic and lose control, this is how they react. A person who is narcissistic cannot survive without having control. Martell is out of control because he don't have control. Narcissistic people have to have control like we need air to breathe. If he don't have control, he cannot survive. The fact that Melody divorced him took away his control. So now he's trying to do that with Ariane, and all it's doing is messing him up in the long run. Now you can't be around your children because you're displaying that same attitude over there. Okay? She gave you to her, and you still don't want her. He never wanted Ariane. Ariane, if you watch my channel, Martell never wanted you. You are a means to make Melody jealous. You are a means to have somebody to come over there and give him what he said he never had. You are a means to be used, and you allow yourself to be used just like the devil is using him. He is also using you, and you allow yourself to be put in a situation that your ass should not be in, that's beating you down and making you look like an old biatch out here, when all you got to do is leave him alone, raise your child, put him on child support, take your ass back to school and do something with your life, and stop running around here faking and frauding and running my enterprise and getting a rental car, making everybody think that you got it like that when your ass don't. You don't have a job. Martell don't have a job. Two losers belong together. Y'all going to get married, procreate, have another slow little child. Yeah, I said it. You mad or no? I prefer you be mad. Y'all know I keep it all the way raw. As raw as my throat is right now. I'm going to keep it raw. A lot of people say, Cameron, don't say that about the child. Fuck that. I'm saying it. Pardon my French, or maybe not. Because I meant it. It needs to be said. It needs to be said. I'm so sick and tired of these sorry-ass men feeling entitled when you ain't did shit the whole time but wreak havoc, and now you feel entitled. Who are you, and where did you come from, and how the hell did you get here? How did you get here? Martell was not supposed to be in Melody's life because you did not equate to the type of man that she needed. They were unequally yoked, period. You got to watch that. You were unequally yoked. We already said that a person's supposed to be in your life for a certain time and or season. Okay? The children, don't get me wrong, the children are a blessing. The children that she had from him are a blessing. But they were unequally yoked. The place that she was going to, it didn't even fathom to it. He couldn't even fathom where she was going in her life because they were unequally yoked. She was young and in love. Sometimes we make mistakes in our life when we are young. Sometimes we see things that we think is love and it's not. I already said it whenever at her graduation, that's when he proposed to her. He took that attention away from her the moment that she was supposed to be getting all the attention for him to say, congratulations, I'm happy for you, for graduating. He took that moment away from her in an effort to put the spotlight on him to say, I want you to marry me. Any other time you could have proposed to her, but you used the fact that this is her moment to bask in the fact that she worked hard and graduated from college. Anybody that's been to college, you know that's hard work. So you made it about you versus congratulating her. And that's all you've done in this entire marriage was make it about you. And you still trying to make it about you. What about your children who are suffering mentally, psychologically behind having to go back and forth 1 week on, 1 week off? That's a lot of stress on a child. And the fact that they got to watch the bastard child come in and watch you coddle this child and treat this child better than them, and they're watching their baby sister sitting over here when you over here with the bastard child. They're watching this. Sugar mama is suffering emotionally because her father, who she loves, she don't understand why he won't pick me up, why he won't coddle me, why he don't show me the same attention that he showed Lil Holt over there. These children know that that's not Melody's child, but they do see the fact that you treat this child better than them when you are their birth father that was with their mother and you stepped out. You didn't want to tell them that you even stepped out and had an outside child because you didn't want the children to think of you negatively when the situation was negative. It is what it is. He didn't want to tell the children that he had an outside child because he didn't want to look like the bad parent when you are the bad parent. It is what it is. And that's the problem I have with him. He always like to have a mask over everything. It is what it is. You cheated. You ran out. You created another child. It is what, let the children know. I cheated. I fucked up. I messed up things in the household. Mama is getting ready to divorce me. We're not going to be together no more. It's my fault. He don't want to take responsibility because narcissists do not what? Take responsibility. But you will. That's why he said, I don't want to tell the children in front of you. I don't want you there when I explain to them what happened. Because you want to try to put it on their mother to make it seem like it's her fault that you walked away from them, that you were being put out, that she's divorcing you, that it's her fault. No, it's your fault. Melody said, I would like to be present when you tell my children about this child. He ran ahead and still told them, unbeknownst to her. You did not respect her wishes. Those are her children too. So then you tell them this bullshit and send them back home for her to have to lick their wounds, for her to have to pay for them to go to therapy because your broke ass won't go do it. So you drop a bomb on these kids and further confuse them to where the mama got to go and hustle and work because y'all know therapy costs money. Therapy costs money. It costs money to sit up and tell your problems to somebody else who don't know you, who gets paid by the hour for you to tell them your bullshit. It costs money. And she's not just paying for one child. She's paying for 4 children to go to therapy over some bullshit that you, Martell, caused these children. And I know you're not chipping in because you won't even go to therapy. Martell said he don't feel the children need to go to therapy. He feels like they're fine. So you think that it's normal to tell your children that you have an outside child and that they are not going to react and or have any type of psychological issues behind this type of news, when all they've known is their mother and their father. So it's got to be confusing to them in their little minds to try to connect the dots and figure out why is it I have a child over here that I have to accept that daddy keep going and picking up on our week with our father to make us have to like and or be around when I don't really like this little badass motherfucker anyway, because he keeps taking my clothes, he keeps taking my toy like he do with Sugar Mama. He stay fighting. He stays screaming. We can't go nowhere because it's embarrassing. His ass is running around like he's at the Olympics. But we got to put up with this little motherfucker. And I keep saying it. We got to keep putting up with him and be embarrassed every time we go somewhere because his ass don't have no home training. Because this bullshit daddy started. Melody dissolved the businesses that she had with Martell, okay? He said they're cocky, like I was saying. He said they're being cocky, talking about, I'm ready to get done with this. I'm ready to go ahead and dissolve all of this. I don't know why you're dragging your feet. At the end of the day, Martell, you did not want her to dissolve anything. You were hoping, like you said, that the two of you could just stay together and stay under the same roof. Melody was like, so you want us to be divorced and stay under the same roof for what? Why folk come would I do some stupid bullshit like that when you running around doing what you want to do? Because you knew that you wanted to continue to still use this woman. You didn't love her, but you wanted her to stay because you knew that she had that capability to make a coin. And that's all it is. Martell was scared because he knew his ass was about to be back in the same place that he was when she found him. Dissolving those businesses put Martell back in the poorhouse. He could no longer use Melody. He could no longer go into the account and take $15,000 out of there and do whatever he wanted to do because he didn't have it. So now you're pressed and mad that Melody stayed a step ahead of you, Martell, okay? And you forgot, like I said, that Melody made you who you thought you were. Yeah, why folk come? I see it in there. Y'all know that's my favorite phrase. Why folk come? Who are you? Who are you? Now you depressed. Okay. It's giving victim, if you will. What you depressed for? Because you got everything you wanted. You said that you wanted to have, you weren't getting what you wanted in a marriage, so you stepped out and you needed to be fulfilled. Okay, so you got fulfilled. What are you depressed for now? What are you depressed for now? Thank you so much, Miss Scorpion Miss. What you depressed for? What you mad for? What you mad for? You got what you wanted. What you mad for? You was getting your pickle gagged on every other day. Ariana was bobbing for apples 7 days a week, and you mad? You depressed? Okay. Ariana was bobbing for apples 7 days a week, and you mad? You depressed? What would you be? Why would you be? This girl got stretch marks around her lips, okay, around her mouth for almost a decade for you, and you mad and depressed? Why for come would you be? Why for come would you be depressed? Why for come? Yeah, she went out here and got stretch marks around her mouth, bobbing for apples for 7 days a week, baby, for you. And twice on holidays. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you know that sound. We grown in here. What you mad for? Because you was hearing that sound. You was saying you didn't hear it at home, but you was hearing it elsewhere. Yeah. What you mad for? You should be happy. Most men that get that, they're happy. Oh, they're happy. They are happy. Most men that get that type of action, they are happy. I don't know any depressed man out there, honey, that hear the 7 days a week and they mad. That alone would put you in therapy if you mad over that. I'm just saying. You said that was the problem. So you found the problem elsewhere. She divorced you so you could have her since she was giving you what you wanted so well. And you don't even want it now. I don't think you know what you want. I don't think you know what you want. Yeah. I mean, you had a bitch bobbing for apples 7 days a week. Yeah. Bobbing for apples 7 days a week. Choking on pickles 7 days a week. Yeah. You done disconnected your jaw, bitch, like a snake out here. For this sorry, broke mother sucker. And he still ain't put no ring on you. He still ain't so much looked your way. He's still calling you a peasant. He's still calling you ghetto and hood. He still done asked your ass to come on live and lie for him and played you in front of everybody. Okay? Still playing you, still making you look stupid. And you still running behind him, still lying in wait. What you waiting on? He ain't got shit to offer you. Child. Okay. You had a child by your side chick, okay? Like I said, and you hop your ass on live and then lie and make her lie for you. And she was dumb enough to do it as a means to save your reputation when you tear hers down publicly, okay? And she don't have enough sense to leave you alone. But she still put herself in a position to still be on a, okay? Yeah. You still put yourself in a situation to be on the gag out here for somebody who will not sacrifice for you. Martell does not sacrifice for anybody because he don't sacrifice for his damn self. Okay? He abused his body every day with them tight ass clothes on. All right? You abuse your body every day. You abusive to everybody else around you as well as yourself. You abuse your body with them tight ass suits on. Who wants to be walking around here with everything pinching on them? You can't even be in your arm without your damn crease in your arm pinching you because your suits is so damn tight. You walk around here with your underwear all up in your ass because you won't go out here and buy you no more clothes because you refuse to go work. That's where the emotional distress is coming from. You distressed because your ass hairs is getting ripped out from them tight ass clothes that you wear. That's the distress that you are experiencing. I don't know if anybody told you or not. I would be distressed too if my ass hairs got ripped out because I keep wearing tight clothes. I would be distressed. You're suing the wrong person. You need to be suing yourself. You are inflicting the pain upon yourself that you are saying everybody is inflicting upon you. It's that reverse psychology bullshit that I can't. You are inflicting your own pain upon yourself. Martell. Okay? Now, you stalked and you wrote abusive comments about Melody online, and you used Ariane to taunt Melody, who was the mother of your child, who you took vows in front of God and said that you would love, honor, and cherish, which you have not done that. So not only did you break your vows and you lied to Melody, but you also lied to God. And there is a repercussion that comes with that. People need to understand that when you take vows before God and you don't honor those, there is repercussions and or, consequences behind that. And you are suffering those consequences as we speak. And you are trying to get back at the very person who was trying to help you and or be there for you. But you don't realize that you are only hurting yourself. Every time you comfort her, every time you try to hurt her and do something to her, you are further hurting yourself. Okay? You are. You are. There's certain people that are chosen ones. She is a chosen person. So when you continue to comfort her and do things to her that you should not be doing as it relates to trying to hurt her because you're hurt, you are only going to hurt yourself. You are only prolonging your karma. When all you got to do is leave her alone and move on with your life. It's that simple. You can be with whoever you want to be with. You can be with whoever you choose to be with, but you choose not to move on because your psyche, your psychotic mind would not allow you to, because that will make you feel like you lost in a sense when you already don't realize that you lost. The divorce showed you that you lost, but you don't have sense enough to realize you already lost. So you are still fighting in a battle, and everybody on the battlefield have already gone home. So you're the only stupid ass motherfucker that's fighting on a battlefield against yourself. Everybody has gone home, Martell. Why are you still fighting a battle and everybody has gone home? Melody is gone home and you are still fighting a battle and there is no battle. What did she tell you at the reunion? Melody said you have you're trying to fight a battle, but you're not prepared for a war, in so many words. And I'm not going to, I don't know word for word what she said, but I do remember her telling him, you have opened up a can of worms. You're coming for me. I hope you got your shit in. I hope you got your ducks in a row, because you pretty much started a battle, but you're not prepared for the war. That's what she was telling you. That's what she was telling you. So while you sitting back suing this woman for money because your broke ass don't want to get a job, you are further digging up stuff because that's just going to only expose you further. You forgot she know everything about you. And just like you keeping track of her and everything in your phone, she is keeping track as well. Your children are of age now to be able to testify in court against you if need be. Tank is of age to be able to sit on the stand and tell the judge what happened to him and why you were not allowed to see him and his siblings for 7 days. Well, for 56 days, rather. For 56 days, you could not see the children. So while you suing her saying, I could not see my kids for 56 days, your children are old enough, with the exception of Sugar Mama, and she talks very well as well. They are old enough to tell the courts why they cannot be around you and things that they've seen and or been subjected to because you have issues, which then your ass, instead of getting 1 week on, 1 week off, you're going to be getting supervised visitation because you're doing shit you're not supposed to be doing. So you're digging yourself in a deeper hole. You think that you're getting ready to be on the come up as it relates to this case, but really what you're doing is making yourself in a worse situation. To where if you do get any visitation, somebody got to sit there and watch you with your kids because you're not capable of being responsible as a father. You're making it worse for yourself when all you had to do was accept the 1 week on and 1 week off. Now you're probably going to get supervised visitations to be around your children. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. You still wanting to stalk and plot, and you mad, and you have not moved on. And because you haven't moved on, you're self-destructing yourself. You are self-destructing because you won't move on. You have misplaced anger. The real person you mad at is your mama. You are mad at your mother because your mother wasn't there. And you think that Melody is supposed to be like your mother. That's why you're still holding on to her. Because Miss Marlene wasn't. Marlene. Let me take that miss off. Marlene was not there for you as a mother. Okay? You have misplaced anger. You were mad that your father wasn't there. So anybody that walks out of your life, you try to punish them. You won't do it to your mother because you love and respect her, but you still have animosity towards your mother because she was not there and or did not give you a better life. So the fact that Melody, you saw her as being a mother figure to you because she gave you everything. And that's what men do. That when they can't get things on their own, they look for women who remind them of their mother. Okay, y'all get where I'm going with this? They hook up with women who they feel remind them of their mother, who are nurturers, because he did not have that growing up with his mother. I already told y'all how she told him when he complained about being bullied, stop all that whining, stop, I don't want to hear all that crying, I ain't got time for that. She stayed gone, she worked all the time. So when he got with Melody, you see how she is. She's very soft-spoken, she's very nurturing. You see how she is with her children. She was that way with Martell. She allowed him to cheat for 5 years. He didn't get it together. So like a mother has to do, she has to punish you now. Her punishment to you was letting you go. So you cannot accept your punishment, and you are now trying to turn around and buck up against her as a child would do a parent who put them in timeout. You are on timeout, and you don't want to accept your timeout. You don't accept your timeout. So now you're acting out, and you're trying to use a higher power, which is the courts, to try to control her into giving you what you want because you lost everything at your own hands. And you still have not accepted the fact that it's your fault. Because narcissists don't accept when they're wrong, and they don't accept responsibility. So you are mad because you lost Melody. You still want Melody because you are lost without Melody. You were with her, what, 12 years? Y'all were married for 12 years. So you in your mind, you were comfortable with being with her because she nurtured you. She took care of you. She helped dress you. Everything about her, just like a mother would do a child. So now that you lost that, you're lost. You run around here. You don't know how to dress. You don't have nothing to eat half the time. You don't have no money. Everything about you is lost. So you're trying to get back with Melody. And because you can't get back with her, now you want to punish her. It's sick and twisted. You act like you hate her, but you really love her. But it's the toxicity. It's that toxic kind of love. Trauma bonding. That's what it's giving. Trauma bonding. And your only effort to get back with her is to be able to hurt her and punish her. If she ever took him back, he will punish her for the rest of her life for leaving him and putting him in a situation to where he felt like he was destitute. That's why you never go back. When you walk away from somebody, when you finally get away from somebody, do not go back to them, because they're going to always harbor that anger and that animosity towards you in the back of their mind. And in some type of way, they're going to hurt you for hurting them. And not so much that she hurt him, but he feels like she hurt him because she walked away. So if she ever, and I don't think that she ever will, if she ever goes back to him, he's going to use that as a means to try to hurt her. He had already started doing it in the marriage because he was jealous of her. So him stepping out on her and being with Ariane was his way of hurting her. Do y'all get where I'm coming from? He loved her, but his jealousy and animosity towards her, because she was in the place that he wanted to be in as the man. Melody was wearing the pants in the relationship. So Martell had to do something to boost his ego. And what better way to do it was to use another bitch to hurt his wife. That's what he did. And it wound up hurting you in the end. He didn't love Ariane. Ariane had nothing to offer him. She don't have nothing to offer him right now. That's why he won't take up with her. That's why he won't marry her. That's why he won't make an honest woman out of her, because she don't have anything as it relates to what Melody has. Ariane cannot take him anywhere. Ariane is only good for what she was good for when they were married, when him and Melody was married, is jumping up and down on her, put his clothes on, zip up, and leave. When he get ready again to come back over there and she needs some more stretch marks around her mouth, boom, he's back in his Uber truck. He's back in the driveway, pants down, get what you need, zip up, and you back out the door. It's a cycle. She's a part of that cycle. He never gonna wife you, ma'am. If you watching my channel, I know you do. I know you watch my channel. She hates my guts because I'm so raw. You a part of that cycle. He's never going to marry you. He's never going to make an honest woman out of you because you ain't got nothing. You can't take him nowhere. You can't make him look good. Plus, you got a scarlet letter on your head because you ruined his marriage. He hates you deep down for doing that because now Melody won't take him back because of you, Ariane. He's not going to take you and marry you and put no ring on it because you ruined his life. And he has animosity towards you for doing so. But he's going to keep coming over there because you allow him to do that. Because it's easy to do that. Because you make it convenient for him to do that. So he gonna use you because what else he gonna do? What else is he gonna do? But what you allow him to keep doing. Anyway, as it relates to this cancellation of him, I support it. I can't wait to sign it. Hell, I want to sign it a few times if I can. Martell needs to be canceled. You bring absolutely nothing to the show. You don't have a business. You're not business-minded. Your only focus is to be there for a check. Carlos King already said this season will be focused on business, creating the comeback group, which Melody is not going to be a part of because she already sold her shares to that. She wants no part of it because she's not putting any money in Martell's pocket. She already said it on the show. She wants nothing to do with the comeback group because Martell is in the comeback group. She ain't trying to come back to him, and she don't want to be in the comeback group, period. She said it, not me. At the end of the day, Martell, you don't bring nothing to the show. You don't have a storyline. You don't have any lucrative businesses. You're not business-minded. You're not trying to do anything as it relates to your life in terms of improving. You are in the same place you were in season 1. You don't have a business license. The only difference is that you're divorced now. That's the only change that you have made since season 1. Okay, they are going into 100 episodes. So for 100 episodes, you've made no improvement on yourself and in your life. So at the end of the day, sir, you need to be canceled from this show. You need to be canceled from anything as it relates to the OWN network. And you need to be canceled out of Melody's life. Once and for all, she already filed the papers. You drug your feet on signing them. She said it on the show. Why will you not sign the papers? Why are you still trying to hold on to me? You don't want me. And you're still holding on even after divorce. 3 years and your ass is still holding on and bothering this woman. As I said before, there is a petition out there. I'm not going to tell anybody what to do or not do. I, per se, will be signing because I support it. I support it. There is an active petition out there for Martell Holt. Okay? Just letting you guys know that. All right? Yes, it is a petition out there for Martell Holt. People are signing it. And it actually just came out. At that time, it did have like a little over 100 or so signatures, and it's growing very rapidly. Okay, it's growing very rapidly. They are looking to cancel Martell. Okay, they are looking to they are looking to get rid of his ass from the show. They're looking to cancel him. Yeah. A restraining order needs to be in place. Okay. As it relates to Melody. So they can put some boundaries there as it relates to Martell because he don't respect them, but he will respect them as it relates to the law because he cannot get in any more trouble. You don't get no more pardons, Martell. You don't get no more pardons. And he tries to live on the strength of the fact that he thinks he's famous because of this show and he can do whatever he wants to do. That's why he felt like he could sit on his live and lie and say he's never been locked up and he's never been in this and he's never been a part of it. Yes, you have. You're not as famous as you think you are. You're not as famous as you think you are. A restraining order needs to be in place. And I'm going to say it because I know Melody and Miss Van watch my show. Okay, he needs to be ordered to get a job so that he can help support his children financially. He needs to be held accountable for using the courts to carry out his revenge, okay, on a working mother who chose not to make him pay child support because she chose to go get jobs, that's plural, to support 4 children that Martell abandoned just to go make and create other children, okay? There might be some more out there that he don't know about because you out here on your Bobby Brown humping around. Obviously, you ain't using protection. You out here on your Bobby Brown humping around. Just because you paid for the demise of 3 other children as it relates to Ariane by way of AB, and we're going to have to say it that way. Y'all grown, you know what I'm talking about. To cover up your infidelity doesn't make you a doting eligible father. Okay? In the eyes of God, it's wrong. In the eyes of God, it's wrong. That's 3 children that are not here on this earth as it relates to you, Martell, trying to pay your way out of infidelity and cover up. So 3 children had to suffer and give their life up because you, sir, could not stop hoeing around. So you chose infidelity over life. And I'm going to be raw when I say it. Somebody not going to like what I'm saying, but I'm going to be raw. I'm going to be as raw as my throat this morning. And I want to get it out before my voice go out because I feel it going. Let me sip. You chose infidelity over life for 3 children that are not here on this earth anymore. Okay? Because you chose to have infidelity over the life of your children. The same children that you say you love. Okay? We got to look at it that way. When you have an AB, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. We're going to call a spade a spade. That's what it is. Ariane, you are just as responsible for this as well. And you can do whatever you want to do with your body. You can do whatever you want to do with your body. But when you choose to not take the necessary steps to protect yourself, if you're going to be in that type of lifestyle, and you continue to keep putting yourself in situations to where you're creating children and just getting rid of them, then there needs to be responsibility and accountability as it relates to that. So you did not take accountability and responsibility to prevent that from happening, but you felt like it was okay for you to shell out a few dollars to get rid of children that you say you love. You say you're a doting father, you love your children, and now you're saying you want more children, but you got rid of 3. Make it make sense. In the eyes of God, it's wrong. Now, the only time I would support a situation like that if someone gets the RAPE'd, if that happens, by all means, I support that. But as it relates to you just out here humping around and it's a and it happens because you want to cover it up and you don't want your wife at home to know it happened, I don't support that. You didn't want little Holt. He told Ariane to get rid of that child as well. And she chose not to do it because her light bill was getting ready to be due. Okay? She needed to have a way to hold on to Martell. She needed to have some type of income coming in. So she was already getting support, I'm guessing, from her daughter. So what better way to increase your income and to say, hey, I'm not getting rid of this child. She says he does whatever he can for little Hope. Whatever you can? No. So you are allowing him to do the bare minimum and continue to drop off the dick just so that you can be happy. So that makes you a selfish mother because you're not holding him accountable as a father. And you're talking about you want to have another child. Make sense. It makes Martell psychotic, pathetic, unreliable, manipulative, and a deadbeat, okay, who will stop at nothing but to destroy and hurt others in an effort to boost his own ego, okay? And I'm going to end it right there. I hope you guys enjoyed the live. I hope I wasn't too raw for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and get some vocal rest because I think I got my point across today. This situation is crazy. My prayers are to Melody and her children. Also to Miss Van, because she's been the driving force behind Melody. She's been holding her up throughout this situation. She's been supportive. And she's been there for her as a mother is supposed to be as it relates to this mess going on between she and Martell. It's unfortunate. Thank you so much for the super chat, Miss Campbell. It's unfortunate that she has to continue to deal with this and put up with this because it's crazy. You could not do what you needed to do as a father to be there. And now you're mad and you're coming after the very person who is taking great care of your children. When you see your children, they are well dressed. They're taken care of. They're in great health. They're going to the best schools. They're smart. They're thriving. Why would you want to interrupt that? For your own personal gratification. Defamation of character, pain and suffering, emotional distress, and for not being around your children. Martell needs to get a grip. This petition needs to be signed and he needs to be canceled, period. And I'm going to drop the mic on that. Martell needs to be canceled. Carlos King, you need to do the right thing because your show is getting ready to take a huge hit. Love and Marriage Huntsville will take a huge hit for people not supporting it. For people not supporting the show as it relates. And we've already done a blackout and it worked. It worked because Wanda's not on the show. You better believe it worked. A lot of people say, oh, the blackout did nothing. Yes, it did. Wanda is not on the show. Destiny is not on this show. Carlos King is not going to risk his spot on the OWN network. Bravo already got rid of him. So he's not going to risk his spot on this show. Wanda was not worth it. Y'all see it. He got rid of her ass. Martell ain't worth it. I don't care what he said about Martell will always have a job. No, he won't. If that pressure, you put that pressure bust pipes. Keep putting that pressure on the OWN network and on Carlos King and watch what happens. He will definitely get rid of Martell on this show because he don't bring nothing to this show. He's already allowed Ariane to speak out of turn as it relates to this show and telling stuff that should not be told. The show is not even out yet. Ariane is already throwing stuff out there from the show that she don't even supposed to know about because Martell running his mouth. Watch what I tell you. So either he gets rid of him through this petition, Carlos finally wake up and see that Martell is a cancer to this show and to everybody around him. He's dangerous. He needs to get help. He needs to be ordered into therapy. All of that. Yes, so we're going to go ahead and end it here. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you, Moss, for doing such a great job. I saw Black Titanic in here. Thank you, ma'am, for being here. If there's any other content creators in the building, thank you guys for being here as well. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the cash apps and every other thing that you guys have done to support this channel. Love you guys so much for supporting. I really do. I do what I do because I love entertaining you guys. I love sitting here in this very spot. Somebody said, rest your voice. I'm about to. I appreciate you guys' support. I really do. I really do. And y'all know I love doing what I do. For me to sit here and my voice be as raspy and hoarse. But I enjoy doing what I do. I do. But let's go ahead and get out of here. You guys enjoy your day. Depending on how my voice feels later, we may or might not have Dragiversary. Y'all don't be mad at me if I don't pop on later on for Dragiversary. I do got to get some vocal rest, okay? Thank you so much. Somebody said feel better. I appreciate it. Love you guys too. All right. Please go ahead. Let's get the likes up. We have over 1,000 people in the building right now. Thank you guys for being here. Please let's get the likes up. Also subscribe if you did not subscribe to this channel as well. Thank you guys and goodbye. Oh, that sounds bad. Oh, love you guys.